Why are words used to describe emotions? Mostly related to the gut. Missing someone is called worrying. Sorrow is called sorrow. Sadness is heartbreak. An idea is called full of economy. Even gut feelings in English. It's also related to the gut. Could it be that our gut really determines our emotions? After a closer look, you will find the ancients never deceived me. In our stomachs, it has an enteric nervous system. Scientists refer to it as the second brain. You might think your gut digests food, a place to absorb nutrients. Why is it still related to the brain? Well, you underestimate it. In our intestines, covered with dense nerve cells, more than 100 million, than the nerve cells in our entire spine, and the brain belong to the same mother's sibling. When we were embryos, both are composed of one. These stem cells are called spinal nerve cells. Formed, only one goes up to form the brain. One goes down and forms the enteric nervous system. This vast neural networks. It's not just in charge of the entire digestive system, it's independent of the brain. Think for yourself, make your own decisions. That's why sometimes you feel nervous and want to go to the toilet. Or when you are stressed, you have a stomachache and no appetite. Here it is. Your brain sends stress signals to your gut. Then the gut nervous system uses the most direct way to respond to you. If you say, the gut nervous system is the hardware of the second brain, then what can really affect our emotions? It's the chemical messengers that it produces. Well, the most famous of these is serotonin. It's called the happy hormone. It makes us feel joyful, calm, and happy. Many antidepressants, principled to increase the concentration of serotonin in the brain. But you definitely don't want to into the human body. More than 90% of serotonin are not synthesized in the brain. It's produced in our intestines. The brain is only 5% serotonin in the intestines. Not only is it responsible for regulating the peristalsis of the intestines, ensures smooth digestion, it also circulates through the bloodstream and the nervous system. We're sending signals to the brain. It directly affects our emotions, except for serotonin. It also produces things like dopamine. More than 30 neurotransmitters. It's almost identical to what we use in the brain. So you see that your mood is sunny today. Still cloudy. To a large extent, it depends on your stomach. The production status of this chemical plant. Speaking of which, you might ask, who is it? In the intestines. What about producing these mood-altering chemicals? And that brings us to the microbiome in our gut. In our intestines, 100 trillion bacteria live. It weighs 4 or 5 caddies. There are 10 times more cells in our body. You think you are an independent person. Excuse me, you're just a walking petri dish. In this petri dish, like a bustling river and lake, it not only contains probiotics called good people and harmful bacteria called bad guys. There are also a large number of neutral bacteria called wallweed. When the good bacteria prevail, he will help the good bacteria to do things. Once the bad bacteria prevail, he started to make trouble. So they fight every day for territory and food. It's a love-hate affair. Although they are parasitic in us, but they don't live for free. Because of these intestinal flora is the production of serotonin, the boss of other neurotransmitters. They can break down the food we eat, then through a series of complex chemical reactions, to create these substances that can affect our emotions. For example, we eat a lot. There's a thing called tryptophan in all of our foods. It's the raw material for making serotonin, but we can't use it efficiently on our own. You have to have certain bacteria in your gut to help convert it into serotonin. A study conducted by the California Institute of Technology found that you take all the bacteria out of the gut, their blood serotonin levels plummet 60%. So in your gut, the good guys have the upper hand, or the bad guys. Directly determines the tone of your emotions. If your gut microbiome is in balance, if there are many bacteria, they will be diligent. They produce your happy hormones, make you feel good every day. But if it's because of your long-term unhealthy eating habits, for example, eating junk food every day with high sugar and high oil, this is causing more and more bad bacteria in the intestines. The good bacteria are in decline. That wouldn't be good. Bad bacteria not only don't produce happy hormones, it also makes some inflammatory substances, make the intestines smoky. This state of dysbiosis, it has been confirmed by more and more studies. It is closely related to psychological problems such as depression and anxiety. Although the gut nervous system and gut microbiome can affect our emotions, but it's up to the brain to define it. How do they communicate? Here's the answer. Through a secret hotline called the long brain axis. But But don't even think about cutting the hotline, then go to Who Eat High to drink, because it goes both ways. Extremely complex communication network, the connection between your gut and your brain. It's in these neural channels. The most important circuit is the vagus nerve. And here's the interesting thing. In the signal transmitted through the vagus nerve, about 90% is sent from the gut to the brain, and not the other way around. This means that your intestines has been silently reporting to the brain. So sometimes, what do you feel like eating? Maybe it's not what you want to eat. They want to eat. So, we need to control the flora in our bodies even more. Don't let the bad bacteria take over. Thus, it always sends a signal to the brain that it wants to eat junk food. In the end, it broke down our host.